She didn't cry when she left. Not when she packed her bags. Not when she said her quiet goodbyes. Not even when the plane lifted off the ground. Mira just sat there, staring out the window, watching everything she once knew disappear beneath the clouds. Because some endings don't come with tears. They come with silence, with a quiet understanding that there's nothing left to hold on to. Dubai wasn't a dream for her. It was an escape, a place where no one knew her past, a place where she could start again without explanations, without questions, without judgment. When she stepped into the airport, everything felt louder, brighter, faster. People moved like they had purpose, like they belonged, and for a moment, standing there with her suitcase in her hand, she felt small. "This is it," she whispered to herself. No more looking back. Her apartment was tiny, one room, barely enough space to stretch, a small kitchen, and a window that showed more buildings than sky. But it was hers, and for the first time in a long time, that was enough. Work came quickly. Long hours, strict rules, and the kind of routine that didn't give you time to think too much. That's where she met Zara. "You're new," Zara said on her first day, barely glancing up. "Yes," Mira replied politely. Zara looked at her properly this time, her eyes scanning her from head to toe before a small smirk formed. "You don't look like you belong here." Mira raised her eyebrow slightly. "I'm starting to hear that a lot." Before Zara could respond, another voice joined them. "She means you still look untouched by this place," Ana said calmly. Mira turned toward her. "I'm Mira." "Ana." Something about her felt steady, grounded. "I like you already," Zara added with a grin. And just like that, something began. The days passed quickly after that. Work, exhaustion, repetition. But somewhere between all of it, the three of them found moments to laugh, small conversations that stretched into something deeper. "So why Dubai?" Zara asked one afternoon, leaning forward with curiosity. Mira paused. "I just needed a fresh start." "That's not a reason," Zara said immediately. "That's a decision." Ana didn't interrupt, but her eyes stayed on Mira, like she was trying to read what wasn't being said. Mira smiled faintly. "Maybe I just needed to feel like I was in control again." Neither of them pushed further, but they both understood. The city was different at night, alive in a way that felt almost addictive, lights reflecting off glass buildings, cars moving endlessly, people chasing something, even if they didn't know what it was. "You can't stay inside forever," Zara insisted one Friday night, pulling Mira along. Ana came too, quieter as always, watching more than speaking. That's when everything shifted. He didn't approach immediately. He watched. From a distance. Calm, patient, like someone who already knew how things would unfold. When he finally walked over, there was no hesitation. "You don't look like you belong here," he said. Mira laughed softly. "That line again?" "It's not a line, it's an observation." She tilted her head slightly. "And what do you observe?" He held her gaze. "Someone who hasn't realized her value yet." Something about the way he said it made her pause, not because it was charming, but because it felt true. Later that night, Zara was practically glowing. "Do you even know who that is?" she asked excitedly. Mira shrugged. "Should I?" "He's not just rich, he's connected," Zara said, lowering her voice. "That doesn't make him safe," Ana expressed. Zara rolled her eyes. "Not everything is a warning." "No," Ana replied quietly, "but some things are." Mira said nothing, but her mind was already elsewhere. When the message came, she wasn't surprised. "Dinner tomorrow. Let me show you something different." She stared at it longer than she should have, because deep down she already knew this wasn't just dinner. Still, she replied, "Okay." The next evening, she stood in front of the mirror, adjusting her outfit for the third time. "You look too good to be this nervous," Zara laughed. "I'm not nervous," Mira said, even though her voice didn't fully agree. Ana stepped closer. "Just remember, you can walk away at any time." Mira nodded, but she didn't believe that yet. The car was waiting outside. He stepped out, opening the door for her. "You look incredible." "Thank you. You deserve more than what you've been settling for." That sentence stayed with her longer than it should have. Dinner was different. Soft lights, quiet music, conversations that felt intentional. "Tell me what you want," he said. Mira hesitated. "I want to stop worrying all the time." "That's easy," he replied. She shook her head slightly. "Nothing is that easy." "It is," he said calmly, "if you stop thinking small." She looked at him carefully. "And what are you offering?" "A better life." "And what do you get?" He smiled. "Your time, your presence." She didn't say yes, but she didn't say no either. And sometimes silence is its own answer. It started slowly. Dinners turned into regular meetings. Meetings turned into gifts. Money she didn't ask for anymore. Things she didn't have to struggle for. Life felt lighter, easier. Zara loved it. "This is what I'm talking about," she said one day. "You've unlocked the real Dubai." But Ana didn't. "This isn't free," she said quietly. Mira sighed. "You keep saying that." "Because it's true." Mira looked away. "I'm just enjoying my life." Ana's voice softened. "Just make sure it's still your life." But by then, things were already changing. The requests started small. "Wear something better tonight." "Stay close to me." "Don't talk too much." At first, she ignored it. Then she adjusted. Then she stopped noticing. Until one night. They weren't alone. Another man was there, older, watching her in a way that made her uncomfortable. Mira leaned closer. "What is this?" "Relax," he said calmly. "You didn't tell me about this." "I don't need to tell you everything." Her chest tightened. "I'm leaving." His hand stopped her. Firm. Not aggressive, but enough. "You're already part of this," he said quietly. Fear settled in slowly. "I never agreed to this." He leaned closer. "You agreed the moment you stayed." That was the moment everything broke. When she got home, she didn't speak at first. Zara noticed the silence. "Mira, what happened?" Her voice cracked before the words came out. "I think I made a mistake." Ana didn't say, "I told you so." She just looked at her, with quiet pain. The messages didn't stop after that. "You don't walk away from me. Don't forget what you've received. You owe me." The life that once felt easy started to feel heavy, like a trap she had walked into without realizing. She stopped going out, stopped answering, stopped sleeping. One night, sitting alone, surrounded by everything she thought she wanted, she stared at her reflection. "This isn't me." Her phone rang again. "You're overthinking," his voice said. "Just enjoy it." Mira closed her eyes. "I can't." Silence followed. For the first time, she chose it. Morning came quietly. The city looked softer at sunrise. Standing by the window, she took a slow breath. "I didn't come here to lose myself." Her voice was steady now. "I came here to find me." Some choices come with consequences. Some mistakes come with lessons. And sometimes you don't realize you're lost until you decide to stop running. That morning, Mira didn't reply, didn't explain, didn't go back. She chose herself. And for the first time since she arrived in Dubai, that felt like the beginning she had been looking for. But here is the problem. Mira was not fully aware of what she had signed up for. And just like that, everything changed. What started as a simple decision slowly turned into something she could no longer control. The attention, the gifts, the easy life, it all felt perfect in the beginning, until it didn't. Because not every opportunity is a blessing, and not every person who smiles at you wants the best for you. Mira thought she had found a better life, but she didn't realize she was walking into something far more dangerous, and this time, walking away wouldn't be so easy. If you think that was intense, then you're not ready for what comes next. Make sure you subscribe, because part 2 is where everything falls apart.